Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those who are new, I know you can benefit. I wanted to share this video on mental health, essentially. The title says 10 signs you need to drop everything and take a break. And of course, it's so important to really just be aware of what your needs are. But when you start the video, it actually says 10 signs you're headed for a nervous breakdown. Which is a whole new level of insanity, right? So basically, it's talking about being proactive and aware of what your needs are before you get so overwhelmed that you just have a full-blown breakdown or psychotic break or meltdown or whatever. And I think being proactive is very important. So as always, I will include this in the description of the video. You do not need to take notes, but I think it's a worthy conversation, and the video goes into far more detail. I'm just touching on the signs that things may be becoming overwhelming for anybody. So the first one, the whole reason that these things even occur are either emotional or physical overload, anxiety, high expectations of others who inevitably will let us down, and increased responsibility, just too much responsibility. We cannot keep up. So those are some of the things that trigger the signs of a nervous breakdown or just being so overwhelmed. Number one is when too many people around you are suddenly idiots, which made me laugh. There's just too many idiots around you. But if you think about it, did they change? Did those people change at all? When suddenly, the coworker who's chomping their gum, or the person next to you whose clothing doesn't fit right, or the teller at the bank, like every single person is an idiot in your life all of a sudden, there's a chance it might be you and your response to life. Number two, you keep going over events of the past, like chronically going over events of the past again and again. It's one thing to just share in the moment what you're so upset about and certainly reflect on that with someone. It may even last a day or two. But when it becomes a situation where the minute you're triggered by something, you open an entire file of like 300 stored examples, it's a problem. It's totally a problem. Number three, people can't hear you. Like, you just feel like you're so stressed out that your vocal cords have literally reduced to a whisper, People are always saying, I'm sorry, could you speak louder? Can you repeat that? You're just kind of in this part of thing because you're just so stressed out. People genuinely just cannot hear you. You have no voice anymore. That is for sure. Oh my gosh. Even I did a video on Louise L. Hay, who had done the book, You Can Heal Your Life. She's so amazing. And I'm totally reminded of when I was graduating from high school and I had auditioned, tried out, I guess, for being the speaker for the graduation. And I had written just a hilarious poem. It was so fantastic. And I wasn't chosen. And it was devastating. And by the time graduation came around, I had no voice at all. My voice was completely gone. And of course, people thought, well, you never could have done it because, look, you don't have a voice. I assure you, my voice was gone because I felt I had no voice. Anyway, You Can Heal Your Life. I did a talk on that months ago, and it's such a fantastic one. And Louise L. Hay was such a phenom. She died at like 95 this past year, and she was so amazing and a friend of my sister's and really, really great. Okay. Number four, the whole world is judging you. You feel like everywhere you go, people are looking at you. People are looking at the way you're dressed. People are giving you an odd expression. I assure you, people only care about themselves. And it turns out that it's totally human nature to, while people are waiting in line, while people are waiting for their food, whatever, to just naturally look around several times. And if you're in that view scope, you're going to be looked at. But when you decide that it's personal, that people are thinking about you, people are judging you, it's a problem. That is just a total sign that You're essentially losing it. Yeah, you're losing it. Okay, number 5. You need self-control to be around others, meaning it has become so difficult for you to be in any public setting that you totally just need to use every ounce of your being to be there. I just don't recommend that at all. Take care of yourself and stay home, right? I mean, is that ever worth it? So it says to the point where your muscles are twitching. You're on autopilot when you answer people. You just can't be present. It is too much, to be in a social setting. Number 6, you can't relax or take it easy at all. You cannot relax or take it easy at all. Even if your intent is to sit down and watch a movie, your intent is to read a book, your intent is to enjoy yourself in the garden, the minute you get there, you get this entire list of things you should be doing. You just can't let yourself relax for nothing. Number 7, you're constantly poisoned with the what ifs. You have all these dark scenarios going on. And you even take people down with you. Even if they have something positive to say, you're the Debbie Downer in the room who says, yeah, but what if blah, blah, blah. And what can happen? You're just full of these dark scenarios. That is a problem. Number 8, you take all versions. Oh, so this is very similar. So number 7, constantly poisoned with what ifs and dark scenarios of what might happen. But number 8, you take all conversations to the darkest place. And you just expect the worst and bring others down with you. So I guess those are very similar to me. But you're always taking people down. You're turning everything to the dark side. Now, if you're a total Star Wars fan and you're into Darth Vader. Okay, number 9. You can't go without protective rituals. Ooh. You can't go without some kind of a ritual. Whatever's going on, you feel like you have to have certain good luck charms or do certain behaviors or you'll be doomed. You're literally doomed if you don't. So if your thing is that you always kiss the door when you go through it, or you have to say certain prayers all the time, or I don't even know what all the examples are, but the worst part is that if you haven't done them, you're certain that you're going to be doomed. And finally, number 10. Oh, so going along with that is basically your moral hostage, your total hostage to whatever those rituals are. And finally, number 10 is that it's really hard to please anyone, and you're a people pleaser. You will inevitably let someone down. I mean, there's no question, because we can't possibly know what every single person wants all the time. So we will let people down. But you tend to be a people pleaser to a fault, and you're devastated if you can't please someone. That's a lot. There's a lot to think about. You're going to have to watch that video if you're even in this frame of mind. If you're wondering why in the world you are so incredibly overwhelmed, if you feel like sometimes, and even proclaim to the universe, I'm going to have a nervous breakdown, you might want to listen to this video, because I thought it was pretty good. It doesn't all apply to me by any means, but a couple of them are definitely worth considering. All right. Just wanted to share that with you. I had a good day. I ate right. I was tired. It was 105, but I was blessed, to be in the house most of the day. And I did choose to eat right. I did not have any dessert. I was going to have banana and ice cream, and I had to just sit and assess myself and say, are you doing that out of habit, or are you really actually hungry? It would have been habit. And so, praise God, I did not participate in that, with the understanding that I could have it tomorrow if I want. Got all my water in, did my Dawn's Happy Rebounder, did my arms, which I've been doing every day with the rebounder. I'm hoping to get my arms back. I'm not going to reveal these to you, but I'm getting some strength. I don't know. I'm just trusting that it's all going to tap out on the 1st of the new year, when I just go, wait, all of this added up and this hotness, like who thought it could get better? All right, my friends, peace be with you. Let me know what you think, especially if you do look at that video. Like if you like, join us if you haven't, and until we talk again, know that you're blessed.